In this class, we can discuss the DC characteristics of CMOS inverter. Okay. So, see, we know that what is inverter. So, inverter is nothing but a circuit which will flip the input bit that we are giving. If we are giving 1, we will get output 0. And if we give 0, we will get, we are expecting 1 as the output. By using a CMOS inverter, we can implement a inverter, I mean CMOS circuit, we can implement an inverter like this. So, CMOS is nothing but a combination of PMOS and a NMOS circuit. See, now let's draw the ideal Cara of I. Cara means the input versus output of the CMOS inverter. So the x-axis we can take V in, and in the y-axis we are actually plotting V out. Okay. When we are giving zero input, so this is the 0 point, the output that we are expecting is a logic high, and it is usually the VDD, the supply voltage that we are giving to the CMOS circuit. Okay, so the circuit will remain in this state until when the input given is VDD by 2. So when the input is VDD by 2, there is a sharp transition from this high to low state. So this is actually we are expecting. So this is the real Cara of CMOS inverter. But actually, what happened is that there is no a slight transition. See, there is no drastic abrupt transition from this high to low. Actually, the actual Cara is somewhat different. So actual Cara, like we can plot the actual Cara of CMOS inverter. So there is a slow transition from this high state to this low state. So the transition is like this. So there is a switching delay. So actually this is a delay, switching delay from on to off state. Now, actually what designers are doing is designers will try to minimize this switching delay. Okay, to make the transition very sharp. So in order to minimize the the delay, and we must analyze the PMOS and the NMOS under various conditions. And also all these points are very important. Okay, so this point is very important. So the middle of the point is very important. This point, both the transistors are in saturation region. Actually, the PMOS and NMOS is in saturation region. And likewise, we wanted to actually we will analyze 5 points in this region. Okay. Before analyzing the circuit, we must learn how to write the current equation for PMOS and NMOS in various conditions like saturation and a linear condition. Now we can move on to that equations now. So first I will draw the picture of CMOS. So CMOS, the top portion, there is a PMOS. So a PMOS is there. PMOS can be identified by putting a bubble here, and an NMOS is here. An NMOS is here. Sorry. So this is a PMOS circuit. This is source region. So the source is directly connected to VDD, and this is gain region. So the gate region, the gate of PMOS and the gate of NMOS. So both these gate can be connected together, and we can give the input here. P in will be supposed to give this point here, and this is source of NMOS, and the source is actually in the ground region. So both the drains are connected, and we can take the output from here. So this is the V out. So initially, before moving to write the equations for saturation and the linear, we wanted to write the equation for VGS of N. N stands for NMOS and VGS of P for PMOS, and V is likewise VDSP and VDSN. So first let's consider the NMOS circuit. NMOS. So first we will write the equation for VGS of N. See, this N stands for, it is NMOS. V suffix gs of n equal to, see here the V in will connect to ground. In actual practice we will connect this V in to ground. So this V in is equal to nothing but VGS itself. When considering this case, when we apply KCL to this loop, we can find the VGS of n is nothing but V in itself. Likewise the VDS of so the drain to source voltage of, so this drain to source voltage of this NMOS is nothing but V out when we analyze, when we apply KCL to this loop. So VDS of N is nothing but V out itself. So this is very important expression. VGS of N is V in and the VDSN of N is V out. Now another thing is for PMOS. For the PMOS circuit, VGS of P equal to, see, this is VGS. So we are measuring the potential from here. VGS of P means equal to minus of VDD minus V in. See, the negatives and indicate that we are actually measuring from this point to this point. If you measure from this source to gate region, it's very simple, VDD minus V in. Likewise, we can write the VDS of P region. It is nothing but negative of VDD minus V out. Now, we can write the expression for NMOS. NMOS in linear and saturation region. See, I will show the linear and the saturation of NMOS. So this is linear region and this is saturation region. So when NMOS turns on, it can, there is two options. Either it can be in the linear region or it can be in the saturation region. See, when for the first thing is when NMOS is off. NMOS is off when V in is less than the threshold potential. We know that when V in is less than VT of N, the NMOS remains off. So when this V in is greater than VTN, it turns on, and there is two possibilities. Either it can be in linear or in saturation. So first we can write the equation for this NMOS in linear region. So in linear region, the current equation is IDS of N. So this is for linear. Linear current equation, IDS of N is equal to Kn into Kn into V gate source voltage VGS of N minus of VTN IDS of N is equal to Kn into VGS of N minus V of Tn into VDS of N minus VDS of N the whole square divided by 2. Okay, this is the expression for current during linear region for the NMOS. So this Kn is nothing but a constant which depends on the W by L ratio of the CMOS and the mobility of the electron into capacitance of the oxide layer. Now this is the gate override. Now for saturation, the current equation will be like this: ID S of n in saturation equal to Kn by 2 into Vgs of n minus Vt of n the whole square. See, we will get this equation by applying. See, for the saturation, another condition this must satisfy is this VDS of n at the point of saturation is VGS of n minus of VT of n. When we substitute this to this equation, we can simplify this equation like this. For the saturation, this equation is IDS of n is equal to Kn by 2 into Vgs of n minus Vtn of the whole square. Likewise, we can write the equation for PMOS also. So the equations are similar to this. See, I will write the equation for PMOS in various conditions. For the PMOS, there is two possibilities. Either it can be work in linear or in saturation. For the linear region, the equation for IDS of P equal to Kp. So here we wanted to use Kp instead of Kn. Kp into Vgs of P minus VTP, threshold of PMOS, into VDS of P minus VDS of P the whole square divided by 2. For the saturation equation is IDS of P equal to half of Kp into VGS of P minus VTP the whole square. Thank you.